Hello, this is Dan Dow. I'm your instructor for your course with it. This is the UXUI 2377. Section is 21300. It's called Interaction Design. So in this course, what you will be creating is a prototype of an app. That's what you're doing. So prototyping is a very important concept here. So what I like to do is let me walk you through the entire syllabi yet. So I'm in my eCampus shell right now. This is what it looks like. I zoom in a little bit and you click on your syllabi um, with it, and this is what I like for you to do is click on the UXUI 2377 fall of 2024. It will take you to this screen right here. Depending on what browser you have, I am using, in this case, I'm using the Firefox, so it would have the download key, but I know Chrome and Safari might not have it. If you don't, there's another button down here. So what I like for you to do is to download this file. Mine, of course, downloads to a default directory, goes to a download folder. It looks like this. I did this already in the past, so I do have it today in the download folder. Once you have it in your download folder, you can copy it and paste it, create a subdirectory on somewhere on your local drive. I always like to put mine under documents that I do, and I want to share with you, all of you, if you're a Dallas College student, you should have access to the OneDrive. OneDrive is a really good way how you could store your files on there. Instead of your local drive, it puts it kind of in the cloud, and you have pretty much infinite space on there to store your files with it. I think you have like I don't know, I forgot what size that they give you, but I think it's about a terabyte with it. Don't quote me on that. But anyways, if you don't, to access the OneDrive, all you need to do is go to OneDrive.com. So if you pull up your any web browser, I'm going to do OneDrive.com, and you would log in into the OneDrive. This is what it looks like, either here in upper right hand corner or sign in. So let me just do this, signing in. You do the E7E with your 7-digit at Dallas College, dccsd.edu, your student email account. I have a special login that's a little different, so for a faculty point of view with it. And once I'm in, of course, my file structure is totally different from your file structure, right? So what I like to do is to make sure that you have, I always create my things under iMed or documents is my files with it. It's up to you. I have a lot of files that's going on right now with it, but this is the folder. It's called UXUI 2371. Notice how I name things, uppercase, lowercase, course numbers, and if you want to put the section number, it's fine. And if you want remember, I'm in a browser. This is fall of 2024. I created a subdirectory called docs. And inside that subdirectory, I just dragged that syllabi that goes here with it as well. And I also have a calendar that I also create as well with it. So that's fine. Get your file structure properly done. What I would also recommend is if you want to create, because we got 4 modules in here, so if you want to create folders of your modules with it, you can do module 1, etc., module 2. If you want to do it now, I highly recommend you to do that with it. And if you click on folder, module 2, and do it for module 3 and 4, because there's a total of 4 modules. And again, these are building blocks modules with it. And then one more, and they get harder as you, a little bit more challenging as you become more. So the instructions and all of your apps that you do use with Figma and all that stuff, you will put all that under module 1 and 2, 3, 4 appropriately as well. But in this case, I started out with this right here. This is the Word document that I would like to talk to you about, is the syllabi for this. Syllabi. Open syllabi. Yeah, give me a second here. So my computer is running this. I'm opening up this syllabi right now that I downloaded. I had open on the here. So let me do it on here with it. This is the browser. It's looking at the Word document basically with it. Best way to get hold of me is through an email. I ask you to give me 24 hours to give me time to reply to you. In your email, please state the course, UXUI, whatever the number is. In this case, it's 2371. Please identify that you're coming from this class. I teach 4 or 5 classes per semester, and I have about 100 students per semester. It just helps for me to know what course and the context of your conversation with it. I do have virtual office hours, and I can meet you face to face or virtual office. So I prefer, a lot of you are probably across town or in town, or I don't know where you're at. Virtual meeting with Teams. It's kind of like a Zoom meeting with it. We could resolve a lot of things through in a Teams meeting. I share a screen, you share your screen, and we can go from there on with it as well. Again, this course is the second 8 weeks of class. It starts on the 21st on a Monday, and it ends on Thursday, December the 12th. So it's 8 weeks course with it as well. There is no prerequisite for the course. Oh, one more thing. The last day to withdraw this class is November 27, 2024. So after this date, I have to give you a performance grade. All right. So the certification date is October 21st, which is incorrect, by the way. I think it's not right. But usually it's about 1 week, 5 days. After the certification days is when I have to report to the state that you attend the class or not with it. But it's going to be the end of this week, I believe, with it as well. All right, so it's sometime, my guess would probably be on the 24th. That was last year's date that I had on there with it, but I'll look into it again with it. I'll get back with you, but I'm not sure on this. So after this, between like the 24th to the November the 27th, you should have some sort of sense of what grade where you're standing with it as well. All right. This course is 100% online. It's asynchronous, which means that there's no live instruction. So everything I provide for you is video based with it as well. All right, it's all video based. And if you have any question, contact me, and we can go through and talk about some of the stuff. I'm not going to bore you to death with reading some of the stuff with it, but there are some things I recommend you to have. We're going to actually need online class. Of course, you need to have some sort of web browser. Internet would help, right? I realize some of you don't have internet. You're driving up to the campus to use the internet, taking a class with it. It's up to you with it. Like I said, the campus is available when it's available, all right? So there are days or holidays that the campus shuts down. You're not going to be able to access the internet, and you have to go to somewhere like Starbucks or McDonald's for that as well. You will need a Figma account, which is free, by the way. Open up a Figma account. You're going to need some Microsoft Office, which Dallas College does provide for students with it. And more important, you need to have a positive attitude and a learning with it. So again, we're dealing with technology. Be patient. This stuff is it works. It's great when it's convenient when it works, but when it doesn't work, there's a problem, right? So keep everything positive and mentality with that as well. Here's the course breakdown with it. A really simple, syllabus quiz. I assume that you read your syllabus and all this stuff with it as well. One of the most popular questions I ask you is, if a student makes a certain number of points, what is the final grade? So this is the breakdown for it. In regards to multiple choice quizzes, I will tell you basically in my course instruction in my lab, you need to know this. TQ, test question. Know this, know this, know this. So I will have 2 quizzes. Each quiz is 100 points. It's 200 points total. You need to do some discussion board. Now, let me tell you about discussion board. All of my discussion boards are video. I want you to be comfortable in a video setting, and because there are job interviews out there that they want videos of you talking, all right? So no writing, discussion board, nothing like that. I want you to be able to present yourself in a discussion board with it as well. So you need to be able to input. There's no right or wrong answer to these discussion boards, by the way. They're just, whatever current trends and technology topics that I ask you to do with it as well. So you will need to post it into YouTube, where I will actually grade it and give you feedback on it as well. There are 4 basic modules to this, and that's where the bulk of the points are that you're going to be working in. And these modules are building blocks. A builds to B, B builds to C, C builds to D. Okay, so same analogy. 1 builds to 2, 2, 3. These, think of these as milestones with it. You can't complete module 3 until you complete module 1 and 2. All right, with it. So please stay on top of things, and this next 8 weeks is going to go really fast with it as well. At the end, you need to do some sort of presentation of your project with it. So again, I want something like a video recording, things that you can actually do to screencast it. And I'll show you. There's an open source, OSB screencast, and it's a 4 minutes presentation of your app with it as well. And I'll give you the prompt and all that stuff with it, and your persona. All right. Here's the grade breakdown. You need to know, very traditional grade breakdown with it. So I hope all of you make A's in here with it as well. I will have quizzes. Strike this through. There's no exams for this thing with it. I took out. I don't want. It's all. I gotta give you something as a quiz with it. But as far as an exam goes, there is no exams with it. So I kind of took that out this semester with it. Where's the strike through? Gosh, I thought there was a strike through on this thing. I guess not, but okay, this word is strange. All right, discussion board, class projects. Yeah, there is no class project. I'm going to take this one out with it. So the class projects is not involved in this class with it as well. So Control S. I thought I took this out, but I didn't do. Let me strike through this. This bugs the heck out of me. Give me a second. Let me look through this if I can find. I'm using the word that's on the browser base, so there should be a strike through. Hold on. Strike through right here. So I'm going to strike through that. And then I'm going to strike through this part. So if you could strike through these two. We're not doing the exams and the class projects. I'm going to put all the points into your discussion boards and work with it as well. Excuse me. So I'll talk more about the presentation in the class. You're going to work in teams of 2 or 3s, depending on your class size and development of your PowerPoint with it. So keep that in mind with it. Attendance and your final grades, etc., etc. So I use the discussion boards to do with that as well. Late work. Everything is due at the end of the semester. I give everything to the end of the semester. I'm going to talk to you about the calendar and how it works with it. I'm going to release all the modules out. The only thing is I'm going to have timeline, are the quizzes on there with it, because if I do that, if I open up the quiz, somebody's going to jump in and take the quiz before they complete the modules. That's a problem, right? So I want you to hold off taking the quizzes. I want you to hold off taking until you complete like module 4 or module 3 in certain levels with it. You will take the quiz afterward with it as well. There's a space here between, yeah. So that is about it with it as well. If you have any questions, let me come down and talk to you about the syllabi. This is the first day of class, which is the 21st. And if you follow this, this is just a recommended on par. So if you are, again, if you're like me, need to have things spread out and par out, I highly recommend it for you to actually complete this on this calendar, because I'll tell you why. I will give you feedback as you turn in things. And if you're turning in like module 1, for example, here it is, the first module is due on the 30th end of this month with it, for example. And if I give you, after I grade it by Friday, a day or two, I grade it, I put it back in. If you fail, or you made a 70, you made a 50, and you want to redo it, then I tell you how to fix it. Cool? So that's a way how you can redo your projects and your modules with it as well. It's very important. Now, if you wait until module 1 and turn it into the last day of class, which is the 12th, nothing wrong with that. But if you don't keep if you messed up, and if you mess up your project or you mess up your module, we don't have time for you to actually to redo your work. Does that make sense? I'm telling you that now, so turn your stuff in on time so I can grade it and give it back to you, and we have a dialogue. And if you made a good grade, that's fine, move forward. But I want you to follow this calendar as close as possible with it as well. Cool? All right, that's about it. I'm gonna leave this the way how it is with it. Everything's released. Module 1, 2, 3, and 4 is posted. Discussion boards will be released at the appropriate time, and the quizzes, all right, are the two things that are a timeline. Remember now, everything is due at the end of the semester, which is what day? The 12th. All right, December the 12th. That is it for the welcome message for it as well. Give me a couple of days. I'm gonna release the first quiz, quiz 1, Silhouette quiz with it. I give a couple of days because the enrollment is still in movement in the class roster. There are still people coming in, but after the 2nd or the 24th, you can't register for this class anymore. So I always move the quiz, the start quiz, to 1 day or 2 days into the semester with it as well. All right, farewell. So if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. Thank you.